Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we've got RS update, no progress video, still call it that name, number 21, so apologies this wasn't out on Thursday, just had a couple of things to finish off in the video to make sure I could get it up for this weekend. So it's a pretty action packed one, plenty of Slayer, a bit of bossing and also some skilling as well in this one, so yeah, it's going to work just as the other ones do, so yeah, enjoy. Okay, so this section of the video then is just going to be mainly showcasing what Slayer I've been doing on the account and what loots I've been getting. So first we've got a Fire Giants task that we completed, and then getting a new task, got a Greater Demons task, so yeah, pretty decent task, and you got that place in Zaya which you can kill them. And while I was killing them I got myself a shield left half, and I think that's about the third one I've got on the account now, and it was out of nowhere really, as you can see, but yeah, not too great. And hard clue scroll from those demons, and yeah, pretty poor, 34k, can't really, yeah, don't want much more than that. Another hard clue scroll, slightly better, it looks quite attractive, good ancient page, but another green dragon mask, and got those braces as well, so not too bad. And then it got 79 Slayer while doing the task, just 44 left, so yeah, good to get that. And then, yes, grabbing a new task. We've got Daggerneth, so I'm going to cannon those, keep getting my range up. I did the majority of Slayer in this video with range if I could, just because I'm trying to get up to make sure I can do Dragon Slayer too. And there you go, 150 tasks, then 180 points, pretty nice bonus. That's 700 Slayer points for me now. And the next task we got was Sukwas. And those are the things you kill on Lunar Isle. Very good Slayer XP those, you can cannon them as well, and they're pretty AFK. And while I was doing that I got myself 86 ranged. I've been using the blowpipe a lot, it's been quite expensive, but it's been very quick and efficient in terms of XP. And hard clue from those Sukwas. And yeah, interesting, not great, but at least we've got one rare item. And yeah, soon enough finished those Sukwas. You can see my Bone Crusher there. That's something I think is really good to take while you're doing Slayer, as it just gets like little bit, little prayer XP all the time. You can see there, just 200 left. Grabbing a new task, Aberrant Spectres. Never going to complain about them. Perfect tasks. Is lots of good loots and herbs. And they completed that task. Unfortunately, no hard clues, but you can see there 13 Raynars, which is yeah, extremely good. And got myself another task and got Sukwas again. So yeah, not going to turn down something like them. And another hard clue scroll. And yes, another pretty terrible one, just 64k from that. And then yes, finished that Sukwas task. I did cannon this one and it sped it up quite a lot. Grabbed myself another task, and it was Calfights on this occasion. So yes, Calfights, quite a dull task, but you can just cannon them and use range, so get pretty good experience from that. And also, yeah, it doesn't take long to do it either. And another task, and it was Daggerneth again. But like I say, the range XP is perfect, so yeah, I'm not going to turn it down. And yes, I got myself a Dragon Spear, you can see on the screen there. So on top of the shield left half, I just hit the rare drop table again and got a Dragon Spear, so no, you just feel like, I'm using up my luck in the wrong places. And yes, it was the end of that task. You can see I've got a medium clue in my inventory, so that's going to be the next one. And yes, quickly got another task before that medium clue, and Black Demons, so yeah, not going to complain about them as well. So yeah, got quite good luck on the task, didn't get anything like Iron or Steel Dragons. And that medium clue, yeah, sums up the rest of the clues really. And then inevitably, while just doing some easy clues, I hit 71 prayer. The Bone Crusher can be really effective if you take it everywhere you go. It's slow experience, but over time it can save an awful lot of money, I think, because I think it got me about 80k of that prayer, which was awesome. And yes, finished Black Demon's task. Unfortunately no hard clues or drops, but plenty of melee XP. And then finally more Fire Giants. Like I say, Fire Giants again is one of those tasks. Although they don't drop clues, you can kill them really quickly, and it's also effective to use range on them as well, which was the basis. And yes, then a champion scroll. So my drop luck in this video was I mean, that's 1 in 5k. That was insane. Look at me, I've got a shield left half, champion skull, and a dragon spear. So I was just thinking, you know, that's my luck gone for the year. But yes, and then another rune skimmer there, and the end of the task as well. And then grabbing myself another task and got Calfight again. So yeah, I was going through the tasks really quickly. Slayer, I think, is one of them things sometimes I struggle to get into the groove of, but I was going through them quickly. And then another shield left after. The drops don't stop. That's 4 pretty much super rare drops in this video, and we're only 5 minutes in. And yes, I finished that Calfight's task, but I was just thinking, well, that is pretty much my luck gone anywhere else in the game. And then just Kurask's next task. Decent, those good drops. And yeah, just while doing some medium clues, got to myself 87 ranged. So yeah, range going up really nicely at the moment. Like I say, expensive because of the blowpipe, but I don't know, the blowpipe is just, you know, quite a satisfying way to do range because it's just consistent. And yeah, so finished that Kurask task. I always get decent loots from them. Also got a hard clue in my inventory. And just before we do that hard clue, just grab another task, and got Bloodvelds on this occasion. And then when eventually I got that clue, and yes, not too bad this time, Bandos braces and those Lumberyard teleports worth surprisingly a high amount. And yes, 160 tasks done then. That was Bloodvelds, another hard clue in the inventory. And yep, pretty normal. A couple of decent things, but I already got one of those scroll books. And yes, finished another Fire Giants task. They seem to be probably the most common task I'm getting at the moment. And yes, you can see closing in on 80 Slayer as well. And just getting another task, and I've got Aberrant Spectres again. And 94 HP I just hit. It just caught me out of the blue a little bit. HP of course is slow, but when you're doing all forms of combat, it goes up equally sometimes, so got there. And then eventually we got ourselves 80 Slayer, so yes, it's a fantastic achievement for me. On this account, I mean, Slayer's just never really been something I've been motivated to do, but you've seen in this video and the last video I've just been cracking on with it, and it's been going pretty well. So yeah, I got a hard clue in the inventory there and finished that task. And there you go, another green dragon mask. But yes, that's going to conclude the Slayer section of this video. What I went on to do next is I went to Nightmare Zone and just did a bit of melee training and getting my points up as well in order to get some herb boxes, because herb boxes can prove extremely useful, especially for Herblore. Well, of course for Herblore, cheers Jeff, but the fact you can get 15 a day if you just make it a daily, and then you can really rack up some herbs in your bank like I have done. And then, you know, because I mean I've probably got hopefully 70 or 75 Herblore banked at the moment. Just need to buy some secondaries. But yeah, you can also see close on my stats to getting 88 attack and defense. And yes, eventually that came. I did get 88 attack and 88 defense. I've been training them sort of neutrally, or don't know if that's the right adverb, but equally is probably the better. So I've been using, I can't remember what it's called, shared XP, and therefore I've gained attack and defense at pretty much the same rate, which has proved just, I don't know, it's just quite satisfying, and yeah, it's worked for me. But yes, I did a fair bit of Nightmare Zone. I obviously don't show much of it, but I think I racked up about 1.2 mil points, so that got me a decent bit of melee XP. And then just saw I was close to fishing, so I just quickly got myself 81 fishing, you know, just because I think I was only about 20k away. I just went to Piscatorus and fished some monkfish. Also for cooking as well, which you will see next. I've got 85 cooking. Obviously cooking's not a difficult skill at all, and you can buy the majority of it, but all these monkfish are the ones that I've fished in the past, so yeah, they'll prove pretty useful. And then moving on then, just going to have a little bossing section. I just killed the giant mole and the king black dragon for a bit. You can skip probably the next minute or so because I didn't get many good jobs, but if you want to see them then stick around. There's not going to be much commentary over it. Yeah, U-logs, you can see that's probably one of the One of the best drops you can get from Mole, because other than the pet, he doesn't really... Obviously you get the claw and the skin, which is actually worth a pretty decent amount, but there's not really any good rare drops other than the pet, which is quite disappointing. But it's a very easy boss to kill, especially if you've got the Mole locator. It can get a bit annoying, but overall it's not too bad. And yes, I used range for it as well. That proved very effective. Both the blowpipe and ruby bolts and etc. But no, Mole was just something I felt like doing, because I've done so much Slayer. I just thought, let's just do a little bit of bossing, see if we can land any drops. And yeah, more U-logs there. That's a perfect drop in terms of fletching and fire making. But no, this was all done in one trip. I did about 13 kills of Mole, I think. It's pretty simple. You just need ranging potions, a couple of prayer potions, a couple of stamina potions, and as long as you get lucky, he doesn't usually burrow too quickly. Then I went and did a bit of KBD, and yeah, an awful drop first. I struggled a lot with KBD, surprisingly. Like, my range level's gone up, but I seem to be struggling a lot more with it. You can see there, only getting like a couple of kills a trip. And yes, 13 dragon arrow tips there, not too bad. But no, KBD is certainly something I want to do a bit more of in the future. Try and land a couple of rarish drops. And yeah, Runite limbs, not great. I don't know, it's an okay drop, but it just doesn't feel or look that great. And then yes, so the final kill in terms of KBD, an Amulet of Power. So yeah, meh. That's all I can really say about it. But yeah, hopefully in the next couple of videos I'll probably do a bit more of KBD and see what we get. Final part of the video then, I got myself an elite clue from Barrows, and I need 66 herblore for it, and you can see there it's pretty much on the last step as well. So yep, once I get 66 herblore, that's probably that's the goal for the end of the video. You can see here getting 59, but yeah, it's quite frustrating. I mean, I could just get 62 or even 61, but I just think you might as well get it out of the way now, so you don't have to do any boosts in the future. And last time I went to the Evil Dave lair, my cat died, so I need to grow another cat for that. But I'll be doing, I think, super strength potions, as they're not too bad in terms of XP. And also, like I said before, I've got tons of herbs in the bank. Yeah, you can see there, I've got tons of herbs in the bank that should hopefully get me most of the way there. I shouldn't have to spend too much money on that. Yeah, 61 herblore, and then 62. So yeah, so not too far away now. But I think cleaning a lot of the herbs actually got me quite a bit of XP, because I didn't realise just how many I had and how many I'd racked up from herb boxes and Slayer. But yeah, I'd recommend picking up all herbs wherever you can, especially if you've got a herb box, as you know it makes only a little difference, but little and often, I guess I would say. But yeah, there's 64 or no 63. So yeah, 3 levels to go. Here we are getting 64 at herblore. I was just making super energies at the time. Try not to spend any money, just using all the herbs that I've got in my bank. And yeah, it was working pretty well. And there's 65, so still doing the super energies. I mean, I just didn't realise how many herbs I stacked up by things like Slayer, herb boxes, and I'm just happy I kept the herbs and didn't sell them. But yeah, there's 66 done anyway, so yep, that's it pretty much. And yeah, you're about to see what I got from that elite clue, and whether you'll be surprised or not, well, I'm not really going to, I'm not going to talk much more about it. Let's just get into it. And there you go. That was my reward for getting 66 herblore, a 59k elite clue scroll. However, I did then do a Barrows chest next, and I got an item from it, so maybe it was worth it after all. But you can see that in my Barrows video. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in to the video. I'm sorry this one was out a bit late. It's just I wanted to get 66 herblore out of the way and get it finished. Hopefully I can get a Barrows video out for you this week if I can, but the schedule's quite heavy at the moment. But anyway, thanks for watching as usual, guys, and I'll see you next time.